You're Marion. Continue, George.
I saved the man's business. Put my political future on the line. I trusted my friend. You...
Get some air, George. Take him outside. Take him out. Is this true, Phil?
It's over, you know?
No, I don't know. Because I never laid my friend's wife. What in Christ's name are you playing, boy?
He's nothing but a whore.
I said enough.
A diseased old whore. Ow!
You're a pussy whipped, boy. Pussy whipped. Get some discipline. You think with your cock and it's gonna ruin you quicker than Charmin. Somebody's gonna scatter you someday all over the ground. And God damn it, there are people being hurt. People who have their whole lives invested in this game you're playing. I am stunned. I'm shocked. I'm damn glad I have a good heart because this...
Did she tell you were the best, Phil, huh? Was she good? Tell your friends, you dumb diggle.
Get him in here. He'll announce it to the neighborhood.
I want to know if my wife was a good lay.
What's the matter with you? It's none of your business.
What?
Sit down. What happened from beginning to end?
She was there in my office one day, and we...
When?
Last month. She came to see me about campaign money.
She went to see all the businessmen in town.
I wonder how much she raised. I'm warning you, Tom.
We were talking, we had some drinks. It just happened.
Right there in the office, for Christ's sake.
It's a private office.
On the floor?
I have a couch in there. And I asked her if she wanted to,
Fuck. The word is fuck.
Would you shut that rummy up? And I said... She said yes.
Just like that. Like buying butter. Christ, Marion never struck me as a whore.
Now, wait a minute.
Geez, you are something. You are some dago. Did you take her clothes off?
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to establish who made the first advance.
I don't remember, Coach.
This is better than Rin Tin Tin gets in.
We had a few drinks.
Oh, I see what happened. You doubled her drinks, got her hot on booze and memories, and humped her on the floor.
The couch, goddammit.
Enough said. You turn on each other, boys, you don't stand a chance alone, not a solitary chance.
She's not a whore.
Nobody said she was. You need each other, boys. Need.
I don't need him.
I am talking about survival, George. Survival in the 21st century. You can't do it alone, George. No
I'm done
way.
with
Not
him.
anymore. Gone forever those days. I didn't rot
You
and
do
die
what's
in that
happened.
hospital
Expect-
because I had you boys around me. I wasn't alone. I
wouldn't
had you around me. They didn't experiment with their needles on
Phil has
I had
betrayed
you
everything.
boys around me.
George, the point he's trying to
I know the point. I know it. But it doesn't apply to me. This situation.
I could never deal with ignorance, George. It disgusts me.
He took advantage of my wife. She hasn't been the same since the baby. She never got over it. She resents me for putting it away. I wanted to adopt a child. I told her. Adopt right away.
You did the right thing, George. No man in this room faults you. Am I right, boys?
Speaking for myself, I couldn't see any other way.
I had chances to be unfaithful. The widows who cashed in their policies, I could have fucked 50 widows. It was there. They all wanted someone to keep them company.
Booze and women. I tried to protect you from it. I got you the Jesuits. I got you scholarships. Got the Jesuits to teach you boys. I graduated in 3 years from the Jesuits. They all wanted me to become a Jesuit. My father used to say the Jesuits are the scholars of the church. But I liked my women, my booze. And after a while, I had my mother. I was all she had. Someday, I said, I'll marry. Someday. But time does strange things. It's high tide before you know it, as my father said. High tide. Miss Morris, you remember her? The music teacher. We knew each other for years. Biblically. I used to visit her on Saturday afternoons. She'd make honey biscuits. Very cultured woman. Protestant. She'd never think of becoming a Catholic, and my mother was alive then, so I could never bring her here. She read poetry in French, and wore silk stockings, and smoked cigarettes. Elegant. And she could hump like a $500 whore. And she loved me on those Saturday afternoons. Fell dead in the street 7 years ago. I never had the time. Teaching the game was not just a profession to me. It was a vocation, like a priest. Devoted my life to excellence, superiority. So don't fall apart before my eyes, boys. Not in front of me. Because you boys are my real trophies. Never forget that. Never.
Every man in the room realizes that, Coach.
Never take less than success.
I still hear that in my sleep.
That's a philosophy of life, boys. Not a slogan, a philosophy. Now, we got a challenge coming up. We beat them by the rules. Pride, loyalty, teamwork, no other way.
Beat that Jew! Beat that Jew! Beat that Jew! Go Gentiles!
You are ridiculous.
I'm absurd. Are you kidding?
Why don't you take a walk, Tom?
I took one, remember?
But you came back.
I can't support George.
You will, Phil, when you hear some news.
I told him already about Sharman.
Do you want to win this campaign, George?
I don't need him.
I didn't ask you that. I asked if you wanted to win.
Yes, I do, but
Then
not...
you have to pay the price.
What price? What is it?
Pain. The price is pain. Endurance. You endure pain to win. A law of life. No other way. None. The pain in my gut, it's been there all my life. It's good to hurt. The mind overcomes pain. You keep your marriage, George. Hold on to it. We are all waiting for your answer, Phil.
I have to protect myself.
You've already made your choice, haven't you?
Not Phil. Not my Phil, you big musher. I had to keep a bed check on you in high school. Make sure you're in your own bed.
Look, I'm sorry, but Sharman's grandfather could be the head of Castro's army, and he'd still beat George.
He was a commie.
I don't even know if that's true.
When have I ever lied to you? Or you or anyone?
No, I mean, so what?
The FBI came to the school in the 70s. They asked about the grandfather. Very casual. I knew what was up. I didn't know the man. I'd never seen him. They said goodbye, and that was that. I forgot all about it until I was flat on my back in that hospital, and we researched it and discovered the whole truth.
Why didn't you say something back in the 70s?
Why hurt a young boy? He wasn't a communist.
Why hurt him now?
He's on the other side now.
He's opposition.
I'm telling you, public opinion wants George back in the insurance business.
Public opinion changes every day, Phil.
That's right. After listening to all this, I'm ready to campaign for Sharman.
I don't like that kind of talk here, you.
It's the liquor talking, Coach. Go to sleep. You're drunk.
I would, but I think I pissed myself.
Oh, Christ.
I gotta go upstairs.
Well, go up, for God's sake.
Is it